Should I? Okay, yeah, I'm live. All right. So should I start?
Start.
So give two sentences. So we give two sentences of what is
Who
a
is
yogi and
real
what is.
sannyasi? Who is real sannyasi and who is real yogi? We are going to understand this phenomena.
Very good. So in simple words. Well, from an understanding for a sannyasi, it is someone who has renounced the world, meaning I'd say that means quite simply he's let go of any material attachments.
Very
right?
nice.
And the second sentence I could say, he usually wears orange.
Not all the time. In Christianity, they are white, not wearing orange. And they are also sannyasi and monk.
Yes.
So the dress code doesn't matter here. It
Yes.
could be orange, black, white.
And they're usually, let's say, a sannyasi also should be usually very at ease because he has no stress, no?
Very nice. I'm listening. I'm all ears, remember.
Okay. Well, that's it. I mean, that's it for sannyasi. And then a yogi, I'd say your yogi in few simple words, in 2 words, is focused. A yogi is focused because he has a system that he must abide to in order to reach enlightenment, like we all do somehow, right? So a yogi is focused and he's also vigilant. They're similar, but vigilant in the sense of prepared and let's say ready for the obstacles that are about to hit him. Well, that's it. I don't want to make it too long, so that's my 2 coins.
I would just try to say what point you were touching. First of all, his quality of renunciation. Second, you found there must be observed some quality in the yogi person,
Right.
like focused, concentrated, or whatever. Some quality you put, and also you put some of his working style. Yeah, this is more than enough. Let somebody else bring something
Great.
more. I will come one by one. It's very nice view and usual view of the way people judge who is real yogi and sannyasi. Anybody else?
Yes, namaste. I want to start with 2 words, yoga and, and boga. And the people who choose yoga, so instead of real life, so they choose, they do the sadhana, they became yogi or sannyasi. So there is, for me, there is separation between yoga and boga in their mind. So, and the second idea is that they do, all of them, they do some ascetic practice. So they fight with their instinct of food, instinct of drinks, instinct of sex, instinct of domination, or instinct of reproduction. So they can choose any instinct and fight with them. Unfortunately, many of them became a part of the different egregores. I mean, like sect. So, so for me, this is the yoga boga, askeza, and sect.
Very nice. So Pavel is coming from different point of view. Well, it's already similar, included asceticism, like the way Marvin mentioned. And Pavel is bringing again 2 polarities, yoga and bhoga. This also we need to understand One time, me and Marvin have discussed a question: am I yogi or bhogi? That was in the series.
Yes.
Answer is simple. With Marvin bring 10 questions, and I answered all the 10 questions, in which one topic was: am I yogi or bhogi? So I will bring in nice point, yoga and bhoga, to understand also this point: what is yoga and what is bhoga. And asceticism, for sure, he is bringing. You just watch the mindsets, no? What we understand, and all the time we have similarity in thinking. And he is also saying that, okay, this sanyasin will fight with instinct, like hunger, thirst, sex, and abhinivesha, self-preservation. Very nice. I will sum up all together. I will answer the question, keeping in mind, like yoga and bhoga, I might have forgotten, but you're right, you bring it in. And now Pilar will going to say something about her judgment. Who is yogi? Sanyasin. Here, yogi sanyasin is a Hindu term, Indian term, which has been, but you can say this, you can refer it to Christianity or Muslim or Judaism. People are yogi and sanyasin. Just the words are Indian. Otherwise, renunciates are in every culture, society, religion, and they are practicing almost the same intention. So now Pilar is welcome.
Yes. Thank you, but I prefer not to speak because of my English, but I am going to listen to your explanation because I prefer to understand. So thank you, teacher.
Okay. So now we are beginning. And why I am choosing this kind of topic rather than just giving some tips and earning money. I'm doing brainstorming with the people and guiding because I want to write a video book which is authentic, based on practitioners, their authenticity, what they think, understand, what they find the guidance. So any new initiate in 21st century, I'm not bothered about people who are already old, because there is but new generation which is just coming in, no, and will try to find a path of self-realization. Remember yourself, when your first idea or thought came in your mind, which drive you to find a master, guru, technique, something, purification, do something about it to realize who I am, what is the truth, who is God, what is the real world, what is the meaning and purpose of life. Like when people start to think like this, we say yes. Now the person is on the path, looking for the path, looking for a direction. Here, path means only direction. No? Like path, usually we have in mind, oh, one needle point or something else. But here, path means direction at the level of intelligence. This is a very good topic and eternal topic. No? Like the idea came into my mind also when I was 14, 13, 14 years of age, when I started to think about it. Well, I had thought before also, but at that time I was 14 years old, so I can do something about it. I can go for it, look for it, do some movement about it. So the moment this idea came, what I searched into my mind, and in my mind was what? Memories, education, which I have brought, and the surrounding world which I am seeing. So I'm seeing in the surrounding world and the role models. So what role model I got? I used to read comics books when I was children. I was a child, also Sanskrit books, and many stories in the book. In these story books, Gautam Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Muhammad, the big figures, which are already there, and their story we already know. And many sannyasins also reading in India, being in India, there are stories about hundreds of sannyasins and yogis who realize the truth. What is the crux, the gist of the story? Everybody left home, renounced the world and the family. Everybody retired either in a forest or in a cave. Everyone living with one or two or three disciples around them. Not counting on fingers. You could count on fingers their disciples. So separate from the society. None of them was doing any wages, not earning money. And none of them were planning to create a house and family in the future. Well, this was the value, the direction. Even now, today, if somebody grows up and gets this idea, then all the stories are the same, no? The bottom line is the same. In India, we say that if you are born as a human and want to become a perfect human, the perfection of human, you should pursue what? First, dharma means whatever you understand by dharma, I will explain later. But at least you should understand your psychology. Who you are, not in the soul, but at least you should understand your psychology, your temperament, your choices. Why and how you are making it. Dharma. Then, artha means business, means money. Means, third, if you have dharma, you know yourself, even in your psychological temperament at least, you have money, what you will do? You have desires to fulfill it. You will live your desires to fulfill it. And after living all the desires, you attain freedom, moksha. And you are the perfection of a human being, provided if you have all four. So Lord Krishna, we say, oh, he is the full incarnation of God. Rama, we say, no, he is not a complete God. Not full incarnation of God. He is partial incarnation of God. In India, we have two ways, either full incarnation or partial incarnation of God. Means you say, so Krishna has all four. Look into his life. He has earth, he has dharma, he has money, he has woman, and he has also moksha too at the same time. So the all four, if we find in someone, in any human being until now, we found Krishna. Until now. All other are partial incarnation. Rama, very much, but partial incarnation, not a complete. Everything has not flourished. So, well, this is very much understood that when you start to think of knowing God or knowing yourself or going beyond yourself in a spiritual dimension, not in a physical athletic way. Each person who is born can be happy only when the person tries to go beyond oneself. Then the person starts to find meaning and purpose in life, not by attaining something outside, but recognizing its own potential, developing potentiality is the joy. So that's how meditation becomes self-rewarding and continuous motivation and self-reliant, and gives us freedom because it's not dependent, and motivating because each day you will meditate, you will find something new. You will become conscious of something new, which keeps you motivating, going beyond yourself. So looking for a potentiality or actuality inside and getting an idea, this is not my capacity, which I'm thinking who I am. I am carrying something beyond. And in India, they say you are God. And you cannot be satisfied until you become God. So this is Indian way of thinking. But even Western way of thinking, where nobody believes that you can become God. Here, no religion will agree, and nobody will give you permission to think like this. Except Indian religion, any other religion, none will allow to think that you are God. India allows you to think. Not only think, it also gives you a way how you can become that. Also gives you methodology for that, and gives some proof, testimony, like in website, write down there now. If you don't have testimony, nobody is buying you. So people ask to write testimony with figure, with photo, with this. In India, we have also testimony about it. So very clearly, at the mind of the population, very clearly imprinted that unless you drop your job, which is making you financially independent, unless you drop it, and any desire which can be fulfilled through money, you drop these two, then and give all the time to your dharma, then you can attain moksha. So in India, very categorically, this division begin in society. Very categorical. And in every individual mind, it's very categorical, and everybody is fully assured that this is the path. Not because this is the path only because the society has valued it and put everything in books to transfer this knowledge to new generation. Nobody will deny it. And very easy. These people also have their own club. So their lifestyle is different. Simplicity. If you don't have a lot of money, you cannot wear a lot of clothes, first of all. If you are not working for money, you have already decided that I will not earn money, means you are financially dependent. Once you are financially dependent, you cannot make a choice about your lifestyle. So these people take the risk, becoming choiceless in their lifestyle. Means what they will eat, where they will sleep, what they will wear is depending not on them, somebody else. Accept them over the society. And this everybody has in their mind. So the people who cannot renounce earning money, who cannot renounce their desires to consume that money, are taught that they cannot attain that highest wisdom which Buddha has, or Mahavir has, or Jesus has, or Muhammad has, who renounce the family, or the rishis, or the monks who renounce the family, they only can have this wisdom. The people who are involved, they cannot have. For sure, if you will not devote your 8 hours in office, in working for money, this 8 hours you will devote for self-inquiry, because you need a lot of time. You are looking for a potentiality within you which is beyond you. So you need enormous work. And to actualize such a potentiality which you are putting parallel to God, almost God, not God, then very close to God, almost God, parallel to God, close to God, equal to God, but God power, the God consciousness, which is, God means the cause of everything. That was we refer to the God, the cause of everything. That includes my breath. That includes my breath also. Who is the cause? God. God is the cause for my breath moving. And you want to attain that power where you will become the cause of everyone who is breathing. That's what it means. Moksha. That's what it's meaning, becoming God. That's what it means, becoming enlightened. What does it mean? For this maximum potentiality, and if you use contemplation, pondering, analysis, what is right, what is wrong, so you need time. For what? To analyze the process. Whole day you are sitting and meditating, analyzing, looking at everything. You are conscious of every act. All time you are busy, so you need time. And you need simplicity in your clothes, simplicity in your food, simplicity in your food, simplicity in your lifestyle. You cannot afford to have complicated cookings. You cannot afford to have complicated clothes. So, reducing time, money, resources, and putting all in one direction and removing this. So you don't have a job, you don't have a responsibility, you have nothing. Anytime you drop it, you become almost happy. At the same time, just today, it says, oh, you don't need to work for money for your whole life. You don't need to worry about your children and the family. Your 90% anxiety and problem is already gone. Is not it? In this world, you meet anyone and say, don't worry about money. Whatsoever you need, I will give you. What do you think? How you will feel about it? You are fully relaxed. No? If I say to you, don't think about money at all, at least one thing in your life, don't worry about it, I will give to you. How your state of mind will become immediately. So the world is mad with only one point: resources. Nowhere else, a man, if a man in this society is not worried about his job and money, he is far more superior than any ascetic, any monk. More superior than any Buddha, more superior than Muhammad, Jesus, anybody else. provided this, if a man in this world has this capability not to be worried about his money and his desires. No? Who will be superior? For this not to have this worry and tension, you drop it and find some other path. You have different problems there for sure. But if we compare that a person living in this world, earning money, doing all the jobs, meeting everyone, having family, and has no worry at all, no tension. What do you think? This person is far more superior than any enlightened person which you have heard as an ascetic.
You're looking for an answer from us, or you just
No, I'm giving you, leading you towards the answer.
Okay.
I have already listened the question from you and Pavel, so I'm going towards the answer. I'm going towards the answer because if you choose a path to follow, it's just an operant conditioning of the society. You know, two kinds of conditions. One is classical, means reinforcement, like toilet training, like the way we got toilet training in the child, or food training given by us to parents, classical conditionings. And operant conditioning is also that I don't say to you what you should do, but I wait. The moment if you do something right, I give you a reward. No? So this operant conditioning, society, you born, you saw the role model, Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Muhammad, who? Someone. Buddha went for 6 years in a jungle, lived ascetic life, he became enlightened. Oh, it took 6 years only. I am smart. No, at least not smart, but 10 years, but 12 years. Mahavira took 12 years. So each person is going for a while, meditating, living alone, and coming out of the wisdom from this silence. This is operant condition. And Buddha is, when he was alive, whatsoever the case, but nowadays he is God. So you followed the storyline. Operant conditioning of a society giving value and rewards what society wants you to do. First of all, it rewards you. If you want to earn money, create something for society, do some, is a reward. Operant condition. You are respectful, everybody going down to you, giving you rewards. Come this way. No, if you want to become Buddha, enlightened, then follow this path. So the paths are set for the common sense. No? So for us, a very simple definition of a sannyasin and yogi is the person must not be interested in money and sex. Two things, minimum. Kama means, we say sex, many desires are kama, but the sexual desires, we say the most important desire. And some people also not interested in food. So the more they are not enjoying the instinct, more we say, oh, we just sannyasin or yogi. That's the simple definition. From outside. From outside. Person is not eating for few days. From outside, you are bound to say he's a sannyasin or yogi. But what is inside, nobody knows. what's happening inside, nobody knows. No? One can sit like a Buddha, think about planning something else. So what? Do you think there is no possibility of finding truth or realizing yourself or becoming sanyasin or yogi without renouncing this too? We have one example in India, very nice example, the father of Sita, the wife of Rama, the father of Sita, the king Janak. He is supposed to, the wise man, enlightened figure, and at the same time he is a king and ruling the whole world. Not world, at least, whatever his territory is, I mean, living like a king. There are many stories about him and very interesting stories. I don't want to go into that stories that will become long, but there are examples. India is a rich in the sense of the spirituality, at least. Here you can find just opposite of whatever one enlightened person is saying. Complete opposite. One enlightened person is saying black. Another complete opposites, another enlightened person is saying white. So India is interesting into this way. India, and the most interesting person in India is Lord Krishna. And full incarnation of God. So he will not say that these people who have left their desires of earth and karma out of this fold, at the point of view of Krishna, they are not yogi and sannyasi, who is renouncing them. And yogi and bhogi. So both way, I will give you only one person, Lord Krishna, and his point of view, completely opposite of what you think is a yogi and sannyasi. So Krishna will never say, drop the job, drop the family, drop your desires, go to forest and meditate. He said no. Pseudo sannyasis and pseudo yogis will do that. If you are very weak, yes, you must do. It's a sign of weakness, not of strength. You could not do it. So you are running away, escaping. You could not do it. And he comes with his very strange definition, which boggles the whole world, and even in India, everybody reads it, nobody understands it or whatever. So he is saying that to become successful in this world, and if you are really honestly into your action totally, if you have understood yourself, your dharma, first of all, you must understand your dharma. Dharma here means your psychology, your temperament. No? We divide in 4 categories, 4 kinds of temperament: knowledge-oriented, money-oriented, power-oriented, and service-oriented mind. Only 4 broad division of mind. So you must know what kind of temperament you have. And if you know the right direction of your life, do your job with 100% totality. So if you know the direction is right, keep on moving with your 100% act, complete totality, and don't think about its result, whether you will win or lose. But if the direction is given to you by God itself, you are bound to be successful. If you will not think about what will happen tomorrow, what will happen day after tomorrow, if your direction is right, put yourself 100% into action. Because more you will think about tomorrow, that energy you are not putting in your action. And don't think about what will be the consequence, what will be the result out of it. You will succeed or you will fail, don't think about it. And to this, if somebody is doing it into this world, if a person has only realized that what is my dharma, and this is the direction, go for it. Whatsoever your job is, does not matter what you are doing. Do it 100%. And here you are, already enlightened. And you have all four in your life. You have dharma, you have money, you have resources, you have desires, and at the end of your life, you have liberation. Okay? One. Another, again, yoga and bhoga. Who brought it, this yoga and bhoga? Okay, yeah. Yoga and bhoga. Again, another revolutionary thing about same Lord Krishna. He says, another definition of a sannyasi and a yogi. Who is real sannyasi or real yogi? If you develop an understanding and eyesight in such a way that you can see there is a bhoga in yoga and there is a yoga in bhoga. The day you come to this understanding and you start to see a yogi who is doing bhogi. So what is yoga and bhoga? If you can see into each other, if you can see bhoga in yoga, and if you can see yoga and bhoga, then you are a sannyasi. Then you are a yogi. No way it's supporting renunciation. Complete contrast. A radical person. Very radical. Why I'm saying it? Because, and I will keep on saying it, many things like this, all complex points where confusion arises. Long before, a Christian was a Christian somewhere in the corner in continent somewhere. A Hindu was a Hindu somewhere far away in a continent. A Muslim was Muslim somewhere in a different continent. And there was no way that these two minds coming immediately together. They're coming together, introduced to each other after many generations. Buddha is born. Then after many generations, one Buddhist appearing in America to talk about it. Transportation and communication was very much limited. And our mind is nothing, time. Our mind is time. And mind evolves in time, moves in time. No, Jesus says, in my kingdom, there will be no time. Means there will be no mind. There will be no somebody who is calculating and thinking about. So this, when transportation and communication is a measuring scale of the evolution of the mind in time. Technology also. Now what? Look, see, communication is so fast. I am talking to you sitting somewhere else, and the ideas without delay transferring. Transportation is still not so fast, but it will become one day. The day transportation will become like communication, you can't imagine the mind. Our mind is developing in geometrical progression. It doesn't develop like body. No? Body develops in arithmetic progression. Slow mutation, very slow mutation. Many births, many generation of an animal, then animal will change a little bit to some another animal. So very slow process of body, but mind not. You make the transportation and communication fast. Faster you make, mind will develop like that in geometrical progression. Today is 1, tomorrow 2, day after tomorrow it's 4. And after 3 days it will be 16. And then the square of that. So mind, that's how the technology one day will blast. And mind couldn't contain. Mind will blast like this. All people will go mad. When fast change is happening, you say how people going mad? If changes are very fast. And now technology is not allowing us to rest. It will keep on moving to make the communication and transportation instant. That's what its whole speed about it. Speed. Speed. Technology means speed, instant, right now, immediate. I type here, I speaking, and it's reaching all over the globe. Communication, but transportation is limited. And we are trying our best. One day, Pavel will sit there. No, first we will have hologram, 3D effect. Your image will appear and we will talk about it. Then after we go to next step of the real transportation of the body. No, first we will go for the birthday gifts, transportations. And then after human, an animal, and then human. We have time. We have time. So this transportation and communication blasting our mind. Now, all contradictory ideas are coming at one place. And that place is your mind. That place is your mind. Well, artificial intelligence is intelligent. It's looking at your mobile, your face expression, reading, your scrolling speed, how much time you are spending on which reel. It's creating an environment around you according to your mind. And you think, oh, this is the world. So everyone, artificial intelligence helping to create separate world from every individual. The moment you like something, the moment you spend more time on a reel, how much time you are spending on what kind of videos, audios, and listening your words, what keywords you are using in when you're talking to the friends. Your mobile is your spy. No, your mobile is not the extension of your brain. It is the extension of an spy community, which is using to take all your powers away, because powers means privacy. An individual can have power, or anyone have power. Even the prime minister or president has power. What? Privacy. Some information you leak them and the empire will collapse. It's just the America will collapse if you will take away all secret files and make it public. Any country will collapse. Any individual can collapse, because every individual is having, say, positive and negative, and just like the president and prime ministers have. So here, our mobile is a spy being used to take all your powers away. You can see in this way also, negative way, but admonishing way of saying it, not only saying positive. It's helping us to come together and fight against the same technology. We are using it. Very strange. You see the paradox that we are talking against the technology using the same technology. We need the technology to criticize the technology. So it's double. It's an extension of our mind, and also it's an extension of the people who want to rule. And their only motto was, their positive point is that if we don't know you, how we will take care of you? No? The positive side of this Google or any country or any ruler, the ruler will say, if I don't know you, how I will take care of you? So I must have information about you. So they are saying, at this point, they're taking information about us, and they're taking care about us. Taking care about us means help you create the world in which you will be engaged. And that is the whole role of artificial intelligence. To judge you, to watch you, to listen you, and provide, create atmosphere. Oh, the world is a kind of world. If you are rebellious, if you are against somebody, you click one, against somebody, all that kind of reels and informations will be coming. You put positive side, it's giving positive side. Yes, it can be manipulated in voting and election. That's a different phenomena. But right now, AI is only concerned to keep you busy in your own world and help you. Not to expand, but whatever you want, create around it. So you become interested and use your mobile more and more, so that it can be improved more and more, and may become one day, oh, this is my soul, my heart. I cannot live without my mobile. I love it. This is not me. This is my soul. If you take it away, my soul is gone. No, that's what we mean by soul. Something so intimate that it cannot be given. If it is taken, we are no more there. So that's how mobile is going to become a soul. One day, it may become a soul. If it is taken, you may become sick and you cannot be repaired. You cannot go to medical hospital. One day it may become like this. You get all your medical data in your mobile. Whatsoever, technology will develop. So here what I'm saying, that this contradictory, I'm just giving you example. In India, more enough, for me, more than enough in India, even two gods are more than enough to become contradictory to each other, what they are saying. Not even to go to the whole world. So I just give you two examples right now. One, a very much set patterns of collective thinking, which you represented as yogi and sanyasin, that asceticism is must. And person must be fighting with the instinct. To must is in the mind of all human who are thinking about spirituality. and just an operant condition. Popularity is not the reality. So I just give you example of Lord Krishna. Also exists a completely separate part in India, yoga and tantra. When we say yoga, we are referring to this kind of people, analytical, analyzing, they need a lot of time, and they are no more involved in making money and sex. It's yoga. We call it yoga, categorical division. At the same time, we call it tantra, leaving nothing behind, leaving all four together. Dharma, knowing yourself, and earning money, doing job, doing business, doing your work, earning money, fulfilling your desires, and at the same time, liberation. This is Tantra. Categorically, just there. And I give you one example of Lord Krishna. And there are many examples. So now, to remove, if we remove from our mind, the coming generation will be represented with different examples. So if we know our dharma, what it is, and we know our karma means direction in life, two things: act, work, do it 100%. And you are a sannyasi, a real sannyasi and a real yogi. If you cannot do it, then you change it. And another part, you already know, popular. Yoga was also not so popular. It was made popular. One day, the right understanding of Tantra will also make it popular. Before, when people used to think of yoga, oh my God, I have to leave my family, I have to leave my job, then I will have to go to India and sit in a cave with some sannyasi. Then only I will realize the truth. This was the idea. But now, no, it's becoming part of life. The understanding of yoga, first more like an exercise, Hatha Yoga is popular, but slowly, it will seep into the mind of the people. Same way, one day Tantra will become popular, and one day people will understand Lord Krishna. So that's what my point was today, to make you clear that asceticism and fighting with instinct is not the only sign of yogi and sannyasi. But be in the world, but this is very challenging. It's 100 times more difficult than asceticism. This is very easy. You leave the family, you leave the job, you leave this, and very easy because giving all the time and focus there. And an outer attire is there to prevent you not to do something. It's controlling you. Like it. If you are a sannyasin clad, you won't like to go to the bar. And even if you want to go to the bar, you will hesitate in orange clothes how to go about it. No? Because your lifestyle is preventing it. A Christian church, like a nun or a priest, cannot go to many places and do many things because their clothes are preventing their lifestyle. You are declaring to the whole world that I am not interested in sex and money. And world is very much interested in you, really. Let us check it. And the game, the politics. It's the politics. Then religion becomes part of politics. Why? Because only outer attire is determining the judgment. So it becomes the part of politics. But here, in what Krishna is saying, you cannot make this person this way, and you cannot make it a judgment like this. Because here, once you say, okay, now I am no more, I am a god, and I am no more interested in sex and money, I can be worshipped immediately. But else not, why not you will worship me? I don't understand the point. If I'm not having sex, and if I'm not having money, why not you should worship me? No, I have a right to be worshipped. But this is politics. Then another person will come, yes, 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 and the crowd will gather, and the support begins. The religion and politics comes together. But here in this way, when you have nothing, you are changing from outside. Who you really are and who you really are not. It's only you. And there is no reward from the society. No respect. Nobody is coming to bow down to you. Oh, you are great. You are earning a lot of money and having fun. Nobody's come for this to touch your feet and ask blessings. Some people may come, but not in that way. So the Krishna path and his definition of sanyasin and yogi is completely different, non-operant, no rewards, only your hard work, nothing else. And there you are also dropping the idea of reward, because if you will have the idea of reward, you cannot follow this path. Reward in the sense of respect. You cannot follow it. Because in the world, you will have to fight. Doesn't matter which dharma you will follow, you will have to fight in the world. Because the world is belonging, each centimeter of this land belongs to someone. Someone is claiming it, because the world is based on ego system. And first ego of instinct is what? Look at all the animals. My territory. My territory, dog, cats, elephant, tiger, any animal you say, the first ego development in this jiva, in this animal, is what? About territory. This is my territory. Instinct ego, we call it ego, depending on instinct. Instinct ego. So look at the world. Every money, every resources belongs to somebody. And natural resources are corrupted. You have to buy it. Pure sunlight, pure air, and pure water. No way to become sanyasin, ascetic. You will have to buy the water. Or you become a perfect yogi. You don't need water. You don't need food. You don't need clothes. You don't need nothing. Then fine. So my point is very simple, very simple point that in the world you will have to fight, because the world is made with instinct. Ego is first you will encounter, means territory. If you have an idea, somebody will, this is my idea, not yours. This is my land, not yours. This is my country, not yours. This is my things, not yours. Everywhere there is a pressure. If you will move, you are putting pressure over somebody ego territory. Somebody is shrinking, then you are expanding. Somebody must shrink in order to expose your expansion in the world. That's why there is so much fight. Instinct. So if you will be in the world, you will be in fight continuously. And in this fight, it's not necessary that everyone is your enemy. You will have to fight with your brothers, with your sisters, with your neighbor, everyone. Wherever you will expand, somebody territory will be. If the person will not allow to expand, there will be fight. Instinct ego. And without this, you cannot earn money. You cannot earn money without your expansion of your territory. And if you will expand, someone has to contract. Asceticism is easy. You drop this instinct ego, say, oh, I don't want it. I don't want to deal with it. You can drop and go run away. But being in the world, you cannot run away. 24-hour fight with all egos which are based on instinct. And the world, 99% people are not interested to find moksha and balance these four dharma, earth, kama, and moksha. They are only interested in forget about dharma, forget about moksha. I need money. I need money. And everyone is like this. Everyone wants to expand. And here in this world, if you enter, you will have to fight with your friends. Sometimes your parents. Sometimes your brothers and sisters, wife and husband. Why this fight? Instinct-based fight. My territory, my space. You enter, you interfere. And if you will not do it in this world, you will become a victim. Immediately, you will become a victim. If you will don't defend your territory and don't define your area, means you will become a victim. It means I'm sitting in my room and my door is open, window open. From anywhere, anybody can come in. Sit there and claim, oh, I just wanted to rest for a while in your house. And anybody can come in. What will become my situation? No? I will be in anxiety. Oh my God, anybody in the night can come in my room. So in the world, you will have to defend a territory, define a rules and regulation, and you will have to do it. Being with the ego of the instinct, can you become enlightened? Gita is very radical. The Krishna's point of view are not so easy. It's a very difficult path, 100 times more than just becoming a sanyasin and yogi, because here it's too much demand. You have to be in the world, you have to define your own instinctual ego, otherwise you will become a victim of somebody else and play the game. And this playing is also fighting. And you have to do it totally, 100% in totality, dropping even the idea, don't think about future at all. I will succeed or fail. And this is the definition of a yogi and sanyasin. Then how? You see the height of the mind, the understanding, it's demanding, then take it as a play. Play. The fight as a play with totality 100%. Without bothering about result. This is also a definition of a real yogi and a real sannyasi who is not expecting any reward from this society in order to working for self-empowerment. While if the religion, organized religion, becomes the politics, it's based on the principle that give me respect and money because I am working for God. Here, no expectation, no reward from the society because they are your enemies. They are fighting for their own expansion. You cannot expect a reward. And at the same time, you will be such a height of understanding that you will see it all as a play and enjoy it. I'm just giving you 2 points of view. You need to digest diverse point of view in this new AI technology. Informations from all the sources will come to a point, and a human has to grow in understanding to incorporate all diverse ideas about everything. In India, luckily we are born, so we are trained somehow to incorporate all contradictory teachings and summarize it into one. But now it is a need of every individual. Because who we are as a sadhak, we are our understanding, nothing else. In deep sense, as an intellectual, or you say as a rational, if you identify, not the instinct ego. Instinct ego is very basic, very primitive, and everyone having it. In the world, everyone is having it in the world. So it's very easy. And if you are not aware, somebody will poke you to aware. Look, you are putting pressure over my territory. Be careful. No, you are hurting my ego. You are putting your feet into my space. No, people will remind you. So no way, you always be careful of sorry. 100 times sorry, because you know no one knows when you hit someone, which territory you trespassed. So sorry 100 times a day. So see these 2 diverse points. And in India, we have all these points, the Jivan Mukta, the Moksha, with 4 Purushartha, not somebody only 3, somebody only 1. And each one is speaking, everybody listening, and not going namaste, touching feet. No fight. And we learn to somehow, because Indian mind is the most complex mind. You see, 2 contradictions I told you already. Here is Buddha, Mahavira, such a height of teaching, and the Krishna going completely against it. turning the table around and saying, be in the world, do your job, and fight for your right. If somebody wrongly has taken your territory, claim it. Your job. So whatever job you are doing, just doing the same without any expectation of reward from the society. And without giving any hint of recognition from outside. So you cannot develop a spiritual ego. In asceticism, one creates a spiritual ego. No? Is the beginning is creation, changing the clothes, changing the lifestyle, dropping this. Already a lot of respect and things coming from society, people welcoming you. By the time you change, you already have a very systematic ecosystem for yourself. Who am I? And the reward for this existing already. But here in this world, if you follow Krishna, there is no reward. And that's why he's saying, do not think of reward and consequences. Otherwise, you will never become a yogi or sannyasi. So contradictory. You cannot follow Krishna if you have any expectation of reward from society. You will be always objected, and you will have to fight for your every inch of development. Would you like to be a sannyasi and yogi of this kind? Very risky and not interesting. Because no reward, no direct reward, no respect. Nobody is coming to follow your, bow down to your feet, say, Guruji, namaste. Or the contrary will say, oh, he is worse than me. I am more ascetic, he is not at all. No, Jaina people, they are fully non-violent. No, they cannot even, they don't even drink water or even take air that some insect will come, so they cover their mouth. Or very ascetic. And for them, the Krishna is beyond their comprehension. They say the Krishna will go to the eternal hell. Eternal hell. They say this Krishna will go to eternal hell because he's teaching very wrong to this Arjuna who doesn't want to fight, want to become a sannyasi and yogi, and he is seducing him to fight for this. So he will go to eternal hell. So you see, different gurus, different books, different masters, different teaching. And we want to be yogi and sannyasi. If you want to be from outside, we must follow some ready-made system. If we don't, and if you have guts, and if you have courage, Krishna is there to challenge you and guide you at the same time. What I wanted to say, that living in this world, slowly, people start to develop inferior ego. I am not a real yogi or sanyasin doing my sadhana, doing my work without renouncing anything. There, your ego inferiority complex is developing and self-worth is reducing because you are feeding psychologically yourself. Oh, I am not doing enough. I am not putting everything. I am still holding on here, then holding on there, and you are busy in yourself. But in this busyness, you are giving yourself a feedback that you are not honestly at your path. That I wanted to remove from you. And I wanted to say there is 100 times more powerful and less pitfall here. Because when people start to give you respect and money freely, you may go in your alter spiritual ego forever. But here, no way. There is no food society will give to develop your spiritual ego. You will have one ego and directly deal with it with fun as a play. Into action. Yoga in bhoga, and then you will see, oh, I'm doing bhoga, but no, I can do yoga in this. And many people doing yoga, but actually not. They are doing bhoga into it. So developing an understanding and eyesight to actually understand what is yoga and what is bhoga. And if you want to put yourself 101%, then follow Krishna. If you cannot, then go to asceticism. There you can go even 20%, 30%, okay, 40%, okay. You can run away from the family, 30, 40% you can follow. You can still be. Here not. Here not, even 99.9% will not do. You have to go 101% only. Then you become ready as a real sannyasi. Your ego is not depending on anybody's feedback. Your post, your chair, your job in spiritual places, not depending on somebody else can spying on you. Here you got interested in money, here in the movement, so out. Somebody else we will put there. There is no spiritual power. It's political game between two organized systems. One is spiritual, one is political. Religion, enlightenment, spirituality is God is your personal, individual thing. How much you are honest to yourself, how much you are truthful to yourself, and how much you are close to the God, it's your relationship, direct. And it's not depending on somebody else's feedback or somebody else's authority later to give you, oh, you are very close to God and you are doing very good, you are doing very good. So one path is you drop one ego system, you adopt another ego system. And there you can work 10%, 20%, 30%, one life, another life, another life, and another life. On time, take your time. Asceticism. Don't take any time. Here and now, know where to go. At this very point, this Lord Krishna, 101% into your action. There is no energy left to think about the result. And if you know your Dharma, and if you have direction right, who cares? You will be successful. You are the winner. What to think about? If God Himself guiding you to follow this path, for what you are worried about the consequence, even if you die? Who cares? So here I will end, and I have a sanyasin here. No, she is ascetic sanyasin. So today I was towards the Lord Krishna because one aspect was already clear, another was not clear. One definition is clear to the world, who is yogi, who is sannyasi. Another definition was not so clear. So, Aghori Kalinath, would you like to speak something? You are on the path of asceticism.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yeah. I would say this was exactly my topic and also my all experience, what you have all talked about now. And yeah, I'm still also on my way, but I have experienced that all because I once was with the Naga sadhus and I had really nothing, and I thought nishkam, I have no wish, but then they took out of me everything, all what I had. Then I was thinking, no, I have a lot of wishes, and yeah, it is really the point, and yeah, now I want to be in the middle, yet like that. Understood?
In the middle, I don't understand how you define your middle. You are already chosen a path. You are an ascetic.
Yeah, I've
Aghori.
chosen a path. Yes, but also that has a lot of. There are many traditions in one tradition. It is not just like you choose to be a Gori. There are different paths, and there are different parampara, sampradaya. Yeah, and so yeah, and I have also to find it out all, what is also a little bit complex. It is not so like one way to find it out in one time, or your guru will come and tell you all everything. It's not like that. You have to find it out by yourself. Yeah, now I have come back to Germany. I will go back now in the working life. And yeah, I think it's right so, but I still have wishes to come back to India. It needs also money. I have to go completely also a little bit inside the society and like into the normal job. I don't know, like that I will see. But I just let it flow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing you. That you are in India, it's a different atmosphere, completely different thing. Now in Germany, completely different atmosphere. People see you differently. Well, if I will have money and if you remain sannyasin, for sure I will the first one to give you. to call you India.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because your place is in India, not in Germany right now. But maybe something to learn in Germany.
Yes,
so my
yes.
definition
And
is
again to
if
watch.
if you follow Krishna, this is and your dharma. So if you can understand your psychology, your dharma as an aesthetic only, for sure, nice, go for it. And knowledge type or power type or whatever, service type or money type, resource oriented type. So finding yourself and
and
sense
there
of
I find
direction.
it it needs to be always in the middle. I cannot give that up completely. Yeah, I should also sometimes fight for that things, but I'm not like a type, oh, money, 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 and business. I cannot go that as well. I think that should be in the middle.
No, in the middle. Middle is the very extreme. Middle is not easy. Very extreme
Yeah,
balance.
definitely, definitely. But both ways are very difficult. It doesn't matter for what you decide. All has challenges.
Yeah, I have followed both the path. That's why I could see both. I have
Yeah,
I lived like an ascetic in forest and monk and without any bank balance and belonging. And now I am
yeah.
also living in the world with the family at the same time teaching. So mine is very much challenging
Yes,
because
yes, I
very much
see.
because I am having everything,
Yes.
no, everything at the same time.
Yeah, and that is also very irritating for many people because they have read books or they watch YouTube videos which sometimes are telling all the different side. They also are not telling right
Oh,
sometimes.
not this. Our one of my student, what she is Fatima. So
Okay.
she become interested about you. She is in Dubai. So I just said to her that you will be coming. She said, maybe I will come to see you. So Aghori, you will be
Yeah,
coming. And she Googled Aghori. And my goodness, but Google give her the picture of Aghori, the postmortem
yeah,
sex, then eating flesh, then drinking. And so
absolutely.
what
Cannibalism.
this?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
our
and that
Google
is
uncle
also my
is
challenge because
amazing, too much
especially now.
surprising people with its own knowledge as Google
Yeah.
uncle has.
Yeah, and like about the real things, you cannot find anything out. For example, yeah, Baba Kinaram in here in Germany, anyhow not, or Agoreshwar, but which is all different even as well. But yeah, this you get only by Google like that because you cannot find it out with the internet.
Yeah, with the internet, nothing is possible, no direction. That's why I'm
Yeah,
talking that when you go to the internet now, diverse ideas will start to come together. And if you will
absolutely.
not evolve, if you will not evolve to enlightenment and start to see the each point of view categorically and holistic point of view, because planet
Yeah,
is going to become one. So
yeah,
globalization, one planet, one government, and one knowledge. So before
absolutely.
coming to one knowledge, all contradictory knowledge will be coming, and only children or human
Yeah,
who can enlighten themselves and go beyond it and see all under the intelligence, then a
absolutely.
proper mind will be developed.
Yeah, and what is also
Otherwise,
the
confusion.
difficulty is you can get for everything and every statement what you find, no, you can also get a proof, no? And yeah, because there are a lot of I saw that there are a lot of fake sadhus, there are a lot of fake agoris, there are also real ones which are a little bit crazy in all the directions. So, and you will get also some people which give a proof to that, but the internet sometimes here and there is telling. But if they're real or not, you cannot decide by your
Oh,
own. I don't
we
know.
are
You have to believe
we are
that. But
beginning late, 8:36. Nobody remind of the time.
okay,
So sorry for extra time, but namaste. And
yeah,
I will sum up. Who will sum up?
okay.
Uh, Anybody will sum up in 2 minutes? Marvin.
Yes, I'm back. I was hearing you guys, just I went a quick stop to the toilet. I can
Okay.
definitely sum up. That was really interesting talk and very deep. Looking at the point in all its facets, we went from the questions, what is a sannyasi, what is a yogi? We came from common points from what I shared, focus. Pavel also shared some type of focus on a lifestyle, when you're a yogi. you're trying to define yourself, what is good, what is wrong. No, so then you build an ego structure to drive you somewhere. Then you went to the different definitions from the usual common, let's say, yeah, the usual common description of someone that is trying to find enlightenment through renunciation, sannyasi, or yogi, and you found out, and you explained that today in this world, and even in any other world, you realize that the only way you can do that is by being in society, fighting with your instincts, because those are the challenges, and those are the challenges that will give you the substance for enlightenment, because it will make you see, you will be drawn into duality. And you were explaining that, I'm trying to put it in few words, but you were going over that like that it's much more powerful to be here with people. There's that word, maybe you know, of triggering you, people triggering you, touching you, because you have to create your base, you have to create your territory, otherwise they will eat you up. And it's much more harder and also rewarding, without expecting a reward, to be in this space because of the wisdom emanating from this conflict. It takes all of you.
So, yeah. Oh, if you allow him to speak, he will speak 1 hour. So it's okay. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Summing up. So I'm summing up here 2 ways. One, asceticism, everybody knows. Another is being playfully, keep understanding your nature, your mind, your temperament, and finding a right direction in life, becoming playfully 101% in your job, which is synchronized and harmonized with your nature of mind, is the best way. And to claim everything is yours, you don't have to renounce anything, but renounce what? Your botheration about future, the result of your work. That only you need to renounce, not the world. So, namaste.
Namaste.
I left one point. I didn't have time. The quality of a sannyasi. I did not speak about it. Sometimes later. So next time we have the talk, the truth and judgment, which you don't have to renounce anything. Anywhere you are, you can be enlightened then and there. What is truth? What is judgment? And why this judgment has been prohibited in religion? To the sannyasin says, don't judge, you are judging it, you are judgmental. No, it's a condemnatory word for a meditator. So let's see why it is and what it is and how to develop it. And being in the same world, truth, judgment, truth and judgment, and enlightenment. Techniques?
Namaste.
Namaste. Next time,
Namaste.
next topic,
Thank you.
next Friday.